welcome to the Chemistry 221 class. My name is Dr. Michael Russell, and I will be your instructor this quarter. I'm really glad you signed up for my class, and I think we're going to have a great term together. The number one thing I want you to know before we get it started is that if you ever have questions on anything, I want you to contact me. Email is the very best way to get a hold of me. I check my email all the time. My email address is mike.russell@mhcc.edu, and I always encourage your questions. I do encourage you to check out our Chem 221 website. The Chem 221 website is not part of the My MHCC portal or Blackboard or anything. You can access it anytime, anywhere, on any device. Try and spend some time checking that out. This quarter, you will need a copy of what I call the Chemistry 221 Companion, which is essentially a glorified lab manual with all the labs you're going to do this quarter, as well as the problem sets, different handouts that will help you, sample quizzes, exams, stuff like that. You can order that from the MHCC bookstore. It has to be delivered to you. I do encourage you to do that right away. And regardless of what section you're in, you will need printed materials. So having the companion there prevents you from having to go to the printer all the time, etc., etc. Depending on which section of Chemistry 221 you're in, you'll have different things happening during the first week of class. So I'm going to try and share some information specific to each section. For section 01, this is what I call my face-to-face class, and we will have lectures every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 o'clock in AC 1303. There's also a required lab time, which starts each Monday at 1:10 p.m. in AC 2501. It's important for you to be there at 1:10 p.m. on Monday of the first lab. When you come to the first lab, make sure that you bring your calculator and also a printed copy of the 8 bottles lab. All of your work will be turned in on a Monday at 1:10 p.m. in AC 2501. For section H1, this is what I call my hybrid class. Now, section H1, we will only meet once a week on Wednesdays at 1:10 p.m. in AC 2501. When you come to lab on the first Wednesday, I encourage you to bring not only your calculator, but also a printed copy of the 8 bottles lab. Almost all of your work will be turned in on a Wednesday at 1:10 p.m., so definitely plan on coming to that class all the time. For section W1, you will never ever have to come into the main Mount Hood campus. This class is completely online, and all communications will be via email or the Discord server. For the first week of class, your assignment will be to finish what I call the Introduce Yourself lab. The Introduce Yourself lab is basically a way for me to get to know you, to get to see who you are, what you look like, etc., etc. And to that point, there will be 2 goals to do. Number 1 is that I want you to make a very short video, which just basically shows you, kind of like what I'm doing right now, but I want you to tell me about yourself. Maybe something you did over the summer or a hobby, maybe what your career goals are, like why you're taking Chemistry 221. Anything like that is fantastic. You should also turn in what's called the memorandum, which is a single page. You should always send items like the memorandum and future assignments to me via email as a PDF file. I do recommend the CamScanner app for doing this. It's pretty simple. CamScanner uses your phone to take pictures of your written work, and then it compiles all the different pages into an easily emailable PDF document. It's really cool. I want you to use the free version. Don't use any of the upgrades. It works pretty well. You can use other programs, absolutely. I'm not part of the CamScanner program. I don't get money when you purchase it, but I do encourage you to check it out. For all sections of Chemistry 221, there's a couple of things I also want you to know. This quarter, everyone will be doing a class presentation on an element. A class presentation is a very short presentation, just like 5 minutes or so, on a specific element. The first step of the class presentation project is to reserve an element with me. And if you go to our website, you can see the elements which are still available or the ones that have been taken. And you should email me 1 or 2 preferences that you'd like to do to present. So maybe you could tell me you want to do silicon and sodium, and if silicon's gone, I'll give you sodium, that kind of thing. Also, try to check out your Saints email. I will be emailing all my students in Chem 221 on a weekly basis with assignments that are due specific for your section. It's very important to check it. Again, remember, if you have questions on anything, please let me know. I'm totally here to help. Email is definitely the best way to contact me. You can also contact me through the Discord server, etc. stuff like that. All right, looking forward to a great term with you. Have a wonderful day.